Hello everyone, and welcome to the Narcissistic Abuse Recovery Care Network. I'm Dean, the host of the N.A.R.C.N Network and channel, and also the host of the Unmasking the Narcissist channel. Today I'm going to be presenting to you episode 158 on the N.A.R.C.N Network, and the title of episode 158 is When You Friend Zone the Narcissist. Now, when you are in a situation with a narcissist, and this can be when the narcissist might be attempting to groom you. It could be a new individual you're dealing with who you've realized is a narcissist, but it's most commonly somebody who you already know, or more commonly it's the factor that you've already been through an episode with a narcissist, and they've either disengaged with you for a while, and they've showed back up, and now they're actually grooming you again, or attempting to get back into their situation with you, or into your life in the capacity of a romantic sense. So we'll approach this particular point from the factor of the narcissist trying to get back into your circle as a romantic interest. So when a narcissist is going this particular direction, and they're showing you perhaps some of the connotations of wanting to become romantically involved with you in some particular way, they're flirting with you, or they're indicating to you that maybe they'd like to take back up with you because they're trying to get back, they're trying to get back in with you, or they're trying to get you back into their fuel matrix, which commonly happens after we've had some narcissistic abuse and we've detached from the narcissist, and sometimes this occurs multiple times with a narcissist as you go through it. When you actually confront a narcissist, when they're trying to do this with you, and you friend zone them by basically putting them in a situation where you go, listen, you know, I don't mind being friends with you or something, but I don't want to become re-involved with you in that way. Usually with any narcissist of any level, telling a narcissist that you don't want to become romantically re-involved with them again is about the worst thing you could possibly do. Now, is it going to deter the narcissist into not keeping trying to hook up with you in that way? It might, but it depends on the narcissist. It depends on if they're male. It depends on if they're female. Commonly, when you tell a narcissistic female this, one of the things they will do is that they will make a more prolific attempt to try to get you into their fuel matrix again. They will employ more seductive techniques. They will employ more flirtatious techniques with you that will try to get you interested in them in that way again, because they know that if they have this effect on you, or have had this effect on you before, they can probably utilize their charms again to loop you back in and get what they want out of you in that particular way. So this does happen, that we sometimes are weak and we go back with the narcissist. It can happen once, sometimes it happens multiple times. I have a few instances of talking to some of my N.A.R.C.N members here who've had this happen more than once, and and then they finally come to a point where they've been able to shut down the narcissist and not return with them by basically giving them the friend zone thing, or by just turning them down flat and blocking them and completely eliminating the ability for the narcissist to deal with them altogether. But when you are putting the narcissist into just a standard friend zone situation, this is going to frustrate the narcissist. They don't like to have their ability to deal with you shut down in any way. So one of two things is going to happen. It's either going to trigger them to try even harder, and they're going to come at you with even more severe means towards trying to get you back into their fuel matrix, or they're going to shut down completely. And this commonly happens when you've discovered that your narcissist is indeed a narcissist, and you call them out in some capacity, or you say, listen, I know you're a narcissist, I don't want to be involved with you in that way. It doesn't mean I can't be friends with you, it doesn't mean I can't talk to you, I just don't want to be romantically involved with you in this capacity again. Or if the narcissist suspects that you're aware that they're a narcissist, or if you yourself suspect that they're a narcissist. There's a few different things and a few different, things that can go on with the dynamic of how that all works. But in the instance where you've shut down the narcissist and friend zoned them, this is probably about one of the worst things you could possibly do, because a narcissist does not want to be controlled by you. They do not want to be, do not want to see you have control over them and what can happen with their interests when it concerns you. So when you do shut down a narcissist by friend zoning them, they're not going to take that well. They're not going to take that very well at all most of the time. So they're going to either try harder or they're going to back off completely. But one thing that will happen is if you shut them down and they've got nowhere to go with you, and they know that they've got nowhere to go with you and that they don't think they can get you back in with them, one of the things they're going to do is they're going to very quickly turn tails on you, and they're going to retract away from you. They're going to start withdrawing their energy. They'll start withdrawing their attention towards you because they know that attention, or they suspect that that attention can't go anywhere. And they're going to probably just quietly back away from you, either very slowly or either abruptly, and this is going to be the behavior that you're going to see out of them. I've had this happen with a number of different members on the N.A.R.C.N network that I consult with, that have told me about the situations with their narcissists and how their narcissists are behaving. And because narcissists are cyclic and they're very predictable, they're very easy to predict what their behavior is going to be in that particular way. And if they believe that they can't get anywhere with you because you've shut them down completely, and they're not going to be able to make any progress with you, or they're not going to be able to use you for any narcissistic intentions, they're going to retract their attention away from you rather quickly, and you're going to see that attention dwindle away until either another time where they're going to come back and they're going to try to attempt to get back with you again. Maybe they're going to give it, maybe 3 months, maybe 6 months, maybe longer than that, a year, and they're going to see what's happened with you and what situation you're in, and they're going to try to return and maybe try to put you through a Hoover or a love bombing Hoover again, and see if that works in any particular way to get you back. Or if they think that you've just shut them down completely, they may not return at all and may not try to make any attempts with you because they feel that they're just going to fail. And of course, because the narcissist's sense of the self is so fragile, and their sense of ego is so fragile, when you shut down the narcissist, this is a massive, massive blow to their self and to their ego, and they often don't return after that at all and try to hoover you in any particular way unless you provide really, really great fuel to them. If you have been a great fuel provider to them and you've given them a lot of what they need and what they want concerning their narcissistic requirements, they will try repeatedly to come get back with you and to try to get back into a romantic situation with you, or try to get into some situation with you that may benefit their need for fuel. So there's a couple of different reasons why they will either try to attempt to work harder with you or try to back away and not work at all with you. It's really going to depend on the person. It's going to depend on the narcissist that you're dealing with, but there are different things that can happen in this particular situation. But when you friend zone the narcissist, it is never a good thing. One of the aforementioned things that I just talked about is what's going to happen with you in that particular way. If you're lucky, they're going to back off from you and completely leave you alone, and you won't have to deal with them again. And at worst, they're going to come back and try again and try to get back in with you at some particular time in the future, and you're going to have to deal with that at that time that happens. So this is basically the idea I wanted to talk about in episode 158 here, what happens when you friend zone a narcissist. I'm going to say to you guys, please stay tuned. I've got lots more content coming up on the N.A.R.C.N network. I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll catch you really soon.